It looks like we are...
Spaceport. We can order the construction of one if we have the necessary resources.
So, looks like we are waiting...
We may want to consider building a second science ship. This would double the speed at which we can survey our galactic neighborhood.
Yeah, Bloggin' I was going to say, oh, we crossed over 100 some time ago. Guys, amazing. Thank you. So yeah, I was going to say this, it strikes me as the same in terms of assigning rivalries in Europa Universalis. Now, the one thing was I was going to try and at least try and play nice until I had a fleet to kick their asses with. But I guess the suggestion here is that I should just directly go for a rivalry right away. Inactive buildings, at least one of our planetary buildings. Oh, because we cleared it? Or is it because this guy's... No, it's because we've got multiple buildings. Ah! Do I give up on food? Yes, I do, because we've already built a hydroponics plant, so... Bam, there we go. And we definitely need the extra minerals, so... Did the stream die? I was gonna say, this is a dream come true, having such a great audience, and...
The supply of minerals and energy credits is critical to the well-being of any interstellar power.
Oh, quality options! Sweet, okay.
Production of these resources.
Sorry guys, just give me a second here. If quality options are enabled, then what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna up the bit rate. So just a heads up, guys, for those of you on, let's say, mobile... on mobile devices, or for those of you like downloading a game right now, I'm going to up the bit rate to 3500. This is the max allowable for Twitch. So for those of you who've got the bandwidth, go on Source. You'll get a nice view, a much nicer view of the game. And then for those of you who are on a thinner bandwidth, I definitely recommend going down to something like, let's say, medium quality or something like that. So hopefully the game will be... it's a great looking game. And I mean, listen to that music, right? This is everything I could want. But yeah, guys, you gave me transcoding. For God's sake, this is amazing. So let's just take a look here. So it looks like we wanted to start up the rivalry, that making, we will not appease Hitler. So let's recall the embassy, and we will declare a rivalry with them. Redman 946, I was given a preview copy. Miss the days when transcoding came much easier with only tens of viewers. Yeah, it would be nice. I mean, it says I'm at 21 viewers right now.
System survey complete.
Oh, and you know what? We're going to have... Oh, damn it. I missed what he said. Let's just head back to... I wonder, am I able to get away with just... So I had... What was it? Okay, so this makes sense. Survey that system. Yeah, it does. I mean, again, I'm sounding a lot more numbers focused than I am. It's more so my way of acknowledging how insane it is that this many people are are watching and being so supportive.
Surveyed worlds sometimes possess unique properties that make them valuable objects of research. These physics, society, or engineering resources can be collected by a research station. My programming strongly compels me to compel you to build one. Construction complete.
Keep in mind that research stations can only be built within our borders, and they have a maintenance cost and energy credits. Okay, well, we probably won't be building one of those yet, but let me just take a quick second here. Duck and Spute, this is more or less at the start. We're not too far in. Yeah, Lita. I mean, again, like I said, it's not so much the number that it's if there were 5 people here behaving the way that they are right now, I would be very, very happy.
To our
So.
galactic ambitions has been dealt with.
Do I like tea? I do very much like tea, Blog and Tea. You can be negative of a pervert. No, please. I like it when people are friendly. I occasionally get some rather salty people in Crusader Kings 2 because I know it doesn't get streamed that much, but they really don't like my very verbose style. So it sometimes creates a little conflict. All right, I think we can build our new ship for science.
I would never want to belong.
Soggy Crayons, what a name! Thank you very much for stopping by, and thank you for that follow. Thank you everyone for the stop. This is, I mean, so I get to play a game I'm really interested in early. I'm over the moon, right? Okay, that's a really corny.
I would never want to belong to any club.
Ooh, Noodle. Another fantastic. I know it's just supposed to be Noodle. But yeah, guys, this is. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm corny pun aside. I am over the moon. This is fantastic. I am. You know, I'm thrilled to be playing this. And then to have on top of it a super supportive group of people, to have a bunch of people who are as interested in this game as I am, to have everybody learning this game alongside of me, or the experts coming in and like not being, you know, you have to do this, you have to do that.
I would never want to belong to any club that would have someone like me for
You sound excited.
New science ship, but no scientist has been assigned to command it. My programming insists that I should point out the benefits of adding an organic scientist component to the mix.
If we cannot afford to recruit a new scientist, we can always reassign one from another department, even though it is hardly ideal.
I would never want to
Oh my god, guys, I'm sorry, I'm missing some of these follows here, but all these flavors to choose from and you choose salt. That's amazing, Lucas. But yeah, guys, it's yeah, this is more than I ever could have imagined, right? I'm used to being about a 50th of the size. And the people here are absolutely outstanding. So we started playing Master of Orion this week, and it's a good game, but simple as hell compared to this glorious thing. Well, I suspect you're going to be enjoying yourself then. All right, the spaceport of Isathrak. Oh, great. So I got to assign a scientist to it. So, oh, this is the one exploring. No, this is the one. Okay. So let's recruit. Okay, right. So we can be a little thoughtful about this. Feed Devi, and again, apologies to those who I didn't individually thank before. This is insane.
Greed,
Jesus
for
Christ.
lack of a better word, is good.
Tacos are delicious.
Ducey Miss. Okay, I'm pronouncing you far worse than the other races. Thank you very much for that donation. Thank you guys for the follows. I'm really starting to lose track, but I also want to spend some time on the game too. This is really something else. Thank you guys. This is nuts. Probably because Stellaris streamers who stream nonstop over the weekend probably all crashed and burned. Fair enough. Yeah, guys, get wrecked. You're not outstanding. You're awesome. Wonderful.
I would never want to belong to any club.
Guys, thank you for the follows. All right, let me just take a look. So we've got a particle researcher. We've got he's careful. Anomaly fail risk is low. Or we can do statecraft. I mean, I wanted to be diplomatic, but it looks like we're going to be having war ahead of us, and he's young. So let's go for this scientist. Ducimus. Thank you. Oh, the streaming this is a very good time. Great. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, I actually haven't played Star Valley yet, Soggy Crayons, but it seems like this is a good month for gamers.
I would never want to
Get wrecked. Thank you very much for that follow. All right, so I guess we what's our last survey? Difta. For science.
The scientist new science ship and can now be sent off at our leisure to explore new systems and or meet some grisly fate.
Wait, sorry. Scientists assume command of our new science ship and can now be sent off at our leisure to explore a new system and or meet some grisly fate. That's amazing. Oh, got a message here. Oh, just that we finished building. Okay, let's clear off some... It's probably not the most efficient use of resources, but at least it gives me some options.
Situation log updated.
We've encountered some form of alien vessels in the DIFTA system. These strange objects have been flagged as gamma aliens. Until we can learn more about them, we should proceed with caution. I see their blog and tea. That is a really bad beginning. Something happened? It's the very first blind run. May the aim be with you. All very first blind run tends to be bad. It's all good. Don't start Stardew Valley right now. You we're home from the hospital for a week. You play 70 hours and start. Yeah, I was gonna say there's no possible way I'm starting a game like that until I'm done school. Just waiting for me to rage at the tutorial. I'm far too ignorant to know what to rage at yet. I mean, I do eventually want to start building some ships, but you think the other empire is possibly advanced start as it was superior? Yeah, I mean it was a. I don't want to be starting a fight with them. Oop. ICS Benbon was forced to return to Athrak from Dea because it is within the borders of the Huviduzan allied worlds, who also don't like me, and they are also superior. What could have Richard Spacebug possibly have to say that would be of interest to the Huviduzan allied worlds? So this is interesting. We didn't actually get to have like a first contact meeting with them. Why don't they like us? So new contact, border friction, xenophobia. Okay, so this is... We can possibly work with these people. Let's try for the embassy again. And our ships are idle.
System survey complete.
Oh, you know what? It's probably not going to let me finish that. It's probably not going to let me finish that goal now that I've... now that I'm blocked. Yeah, I was gonna say I am not I'm not well equipped for first contact because I'm just gonna be mocking the appearance of the ambassador. All right.
I would never want to belong to any club.
Blorgstalker, thank you very much for that follow. Okay, so when it says track on the map, so yeah, it really is that. I think this is okay. So I need to work out some kind of a deal where I get access to their. I need a deal where I can get access to their. Yeah, not happening. What if I give up? Nope. Can we at least not fight? Nope. Alright, well, you definitely can create your own custom empires. Actually, it's pretty robust. It's a very, very elaborate set of menus. I just, I'm a moron, so I don't have a lot that I can do quite yet. All right, you know what? Let's make the most of our situation. Let's start researching other spots that aren't going to be affected by these empires. It took you over an hour to make a custom race, and it was only for a troll run. I am definitely going to have to check out your stream, Korean Usher. All right, let's go back to a capital. So at some point, I'm assuming it's going to give us missions to build fleets. Oh, and we need to build a research station. Okay, well, let's start with, to improve the rate at which we research new technologies, research stations should be built above any world that possesses physics, society, or engineering resources. Research stations function in much in the same way as mining stations. Their sole difference is in the resources that they collect. They're not capable of mining minerals or strategic resources. To build one, select your construction ship. Ah! Okay, sorry guys, pausing. Yeah, the one thing I'll say about the DLC... Miss Ariella, thank you very much for that, host. Bloganty, I'm sorry. I'm sometimes seeing your messages. Oh yeah, here we go. I know your real name. Sorry, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to keep track of. I'm trying to keep the sinking ship afloat. Guys, Miss Ariella is an Australian streamer, so actually if you normally watch streams around this time, she's pretty good to check out, because this is a little late for me. I don't normally stream at this hour. There we go. She's a fellow Team Panda member, and Ariella, this might interest you. So remember when we were talking with Jake, how he likes Europa Universalis and all of that? This is the new game from the developers. It's called Stellaris, and it's outstanding. But yeah, so I will say, guys, for the DLC, my feeling on this has always been that I think...
we have the ability to manually design new ships in the ship designer script.
I would never want to belong to
Is
any
it
club that would have someone like
Bev
me for
13 or Bev B John? BVB John? But the one thing that I sort of think about strategy games like this is that they were a little bit more prone to DLC. So another, like, I hear a lot of either comments, sometimes complaints about the way that, how do I put it? Is there really no place for me to research? It's a pity. I guess we go to the other... Oh, here we go. This is probably a disastrous idea, but we'll do it. But yeah, so I think that the strategy genre is particularly sort of ripe for DLC, because if you think about it, right, if you think about games like BattleTech, if you think about games like Warhammer or things like that, you know, you buy the base set, you buy the base rules, and then you buy like the figures and you buy the source books, and the game keeps expanding and expanding. So I think it's a model that basically developers are sort of already plugged into in terms of sort of maintaining some life in a game and maintaining the units. I think there are some improvements that could be done. This probably isn't the time to discuss things like that, but I think probably a lot of the behavior that we've seen gets explained once you consider the strategy genre and the way that people have traditionally played games like this on tabletop. So the biggest one for me is that I always try to, I mean, for Crusader Kings 2 when I was starting, I definitely made sure that I was buying the stuff that interested me the most. So like Republican governments, you know, I wanted the earlier start date, so I got like Charlemagne and Old Gods and stuff like that. And then I just sort of expanded them out as Steam sales came by, which I think is a really good way to start learning games like those. All right, sorry guys, let me just double check here. So we've got, hey Mia! If you tick the box in the bottom right-hand corner, it shows you all the potential yields from systems in the galaxy view. Oh, nice. Okay, thanks. I really appreciate that, Tom Thomas the Tormentor, and welcome to the stream. All right, what else we got? It's all fine. It's in the very first game. Great, thank you. Strategy games are common for DLCs. It goes all the way back with Starfield. Yeah, exactly. And what else we go? That man is a wise... I don't know which one man you're talking to, but if it's me, thank you very much for saying so. Paradox releases DLC for their games about once a year, and they change the games a lot. So there's also a free update, which has the majority. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't have... Mia, thank you very much for that, host. Like I said, I wasn't going to spend too much time talking about the DLC policy. In the end, you know, if we like the games, we pay up. If we don't like the games, we don't pay. But as always, you know, it's... I always... You know, I have my opinions on them, and when there is a voice to listen... I try to express them as you know, straightforwardly as I can. Yeah, I'm really interested in that Warhammer Total War. I haven't played that many of the Total War games, but I think Warhammer is going to be a really good one for me to start watching. All right, I am paused. So let me just take a look. We were on our way for research station. We need to do ship design. All right, so I need to move towards 10 monthly energy credit income and 30 monthly mineral income. Okay, so I need to get my my industry in gear. I don't have any minerals for that though. So what are my priorities I can work on? I can't survey any more targets. We need to do some more habitable worlds, but I think we've already got that with our science ships. And then how are we doing on research? Okay, so this is going to take some time. We've got hostile neighbors.
All the ships in use within
Okay, here we go.
Empire are designed here. New hull sizes and components will be unlocked as we research new technologies.
Oh, you're just throwing me in here, huh? Okay, so what have we got here? We've got mass driver. Oh, okay, so it'd be better if I knew what my enemies had. I think I'm just gonna close that out. All right, let me just I'll try unpausing a little bit. Oh, damn it. Am I supposed to be doing some work on ship designs? This is the one thing I'm not good at in endless space as well. All right. Oh, I have to design a ship. Okay, well, back to the pause menu. All right, so we can do a Corvette, a construct. Well, of course, we're doing a Corvette. Select a section. Okay, so we can do a striker core, interceptor core, or shifter core. Lots of small weapons, lots of utility. Okay, so we're gonna want something that we can like do some damage with. Let's do one of these. Well, we only have one option for weapons, so we'll just go bristling with guns. You can change the body and hull of the ship by clicking in the top of the window. Oh, so like this. Thank you. Sorry, guys, I know I have a little bit of a delay here, and I've got a lot. Again, this is absolutely amazing to have a chat like this, but I'm also used to like a really empty channel. So I know I'm kind of, I know some of the people who are regulars I'm neglecting a little bit, and I'm probably not responding as well as I could. So I appreciate you guys' patience on this. If you don't like designing, you can just auto-complete the ship and automatically fit the ship for you. That's cool, Korean Usher. I'm gonna try to avoid, I mean, the whole point of this one was kind of like a learning round, so I'll at least do something like basic. But I have a feeling that it might be a good idea for me to do like auto-complete a few times and like learn. I think what would be really great to do is learn the game component by component. So it's like I auto-complete a ship, and then I do one where I'm just sort of focusing on the mechanics of the game. Maybe I do one playthrough where I focus just on race creation or something like that. That might be a good way. And I mean, it's a way that I can get a whole bunch of streams in the future. So let's, I need to start thinking about bed, but I'm not quite ready to finish yet. So let's work with what we have. Okay. Generates power through induced... So I don't quite know what the advantage of... Okay, let me just take a look at the... Oh, do you think bench pressing more pounds will let you become better at ship battles? I'm gonna guess no, but I haven't attempted. So perhaps perhaps that is why I've lost past ship battles. Listening to this, you figured out why you don't want to hear people right now. You'll be back another time with where 8 plugs and... Thank you, Mia. A lot of players have done manual weapons and auto-completed followed by mod. Well, let's see what happens when you auto-complete. Okay, it just does the same thing I would have done. So let's just see what happens when we add more reactors. So it looks like our hull points went up. Oh, no, it didn't. It was just the power. So I'm not at all clear, and I can't move this unfortunately. Oh, god damn it. Sorry. Okay, I gotta don't show this again. So it definitely upgrades costs, but do we actually get anything for this extra power? No. An abundance of power is required to run various onboard systems. Power is increased by adding additional reactors, while it is drained by most other components. Designs with negative power cannot be saved. Okay. Just not negative. Okay, so if I add too much power, then I'm just wasting resources. Great, thank you guys. You just do everything manually because you're OCD? Nice. Actually, I'll be honest, this is not nearly as painful as I thought it would be. I know at some point I'm going to have to worry about kind of like the rock, paper, scissors of the different styles, but I don't have any other weapons. So what is an appropriate and elegant name for the...
Good job. The ship design has been added to our database.
Excellent.
It can now be produced by a spaceport.
Great. Thanks a lot, guys. So I guess that's my next mission here. Okay, well, obviously we're going to make a fleet of these things, right? No, we're not, because we don't have money. Unpause. Sorry, Blog and T. I do see you. I did see that, though. In my defense, Blog and T, sometimes... Oh, well, I don't know what that was, but I'm sure it was very important. In my defense, I do sometimes have a little bit of a stream delay, so I'll sometimes see something, and then I'll see like a message for it, and I'll feel like a mouth-breathing idiot. All right, let's see if there's anything else we can do inside here. We're already surveying. We still need to produce... And we need to build a research station, which I think we're already on our way to do. Yeah, there we go. We can watch the majesty. Favorite shipbuilder in 4X game is Distant Worlds Universe. Probably the only thing I like more than what Stellaris is doing. Now, I've never even heard of that game. Could you maybe give us a little more color on the title? I'm always looking for good new games.
Discovered a primitive civilization. Some would dismiss these aliens as little more than filthy savages, but there are those who see merit in studying their culture, such as it is.
This can be done by building an observation post above their homeworld, assuming that it is within our borders. These stations have a number of different missions that can be assigned depending on how we want to deal with the natives. Yeah, that's the same thing I'm thinking of. Oh, yeah, sorry, you've said designing ships. Best ship editor is Star Ruler. Okay, another game I haven't heard. You detect the presence of a primitive alien civilization on Omax Yapakib. Tom Thomas the Tormentor, thank you very much for the follow. I'm sorry that your name got cut off on the end there. Looks like we've got some votes for enslaving. I think that's okay in my society. They've entered the early steam age, and there is clear evidence that they're beginning to make use of both vehicles and early factories powered by steam engines. You should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. Our science ship scans the surface of Omax Yapakib and becomes quite clear that you have found something out of the ordinary. Omax Yapakib has conditions unlike anything we've seen before. We will surely come across even more irregularities as we survey new planets, and should not underestimate their impact in our expansion. Okay, so let's see what the situation log has to say about our new friends. Alright, well, we gotta build an observation post with our construction ship, which I suspect will happen after we build our research station, which means we're not gonna have any money to build a fleet, which means I hope that we do not get killed. Witness the majesty. I guess we need to like claim this as our own at some point. UFOing these noob native planets should be fun. Find some yokels to kidnap and probe. Where is it? I done saw this little plushy anthropoid. They done some experiments on me. Oh, we've got an anomaly. Okay, let me just pause that because this is going to require a little thought. Duke Paulus, this game is actually coming out today, so it's maybe not surprising you haven't heard of it. This is Stellaris. It's by the company that makes games like Crusader Kings 2 and Europa Universalis 4, so it's a very intense, very complicated grand strategy game. It's real time, but I like the fact that it has lots of pausing, because that means that I can not make any progress in the game and piss off chat as I spend, I guess, 2.5 hours playing a game and not going anywhere. But yeah, it's I guess we can sort of say, imagine endless space, but with like a lot more complexity. And sit back, enjoy the ride, because we're all learning this together. And Satan could beat up Jesus. Good to see you again. Let me just take a second here. For 6 years, your starport should be enough to keep you from being overwhelmed. Okay, cool. Thank you for that, Roram. So I know I don't need to worry about building a fleet quite yet. Gotta go. Thanks for the stream. Congrats on so many views. You deserve it and more. Bye, everyone. Pump and Echo, thank you very much. I know it's sometimes... I sometimes forget that you're here. You're always so quiet, but it's always a pleasure to see you here. Thank you so much. Why bother? Thank you very much for that follow. It was great having you in here. I look forward to seeing you in El Canoe's chat again. I am going to be starting school, so I'll probably be stopping by a little bit less. But please do give them my best, and as always, I really appreciate it when you stop by. Have a great evening. Gotta go. Have fun learning the game. I'm absolutely looking forward to it. Why bother? Hope to see you again. Thank you very much for that follow. To be fair, you're like that too, with lots of pauses. Your second run went for 50 years in game. That was 25 hours of gameplay. All right, excellent, Korean Usher. You and I are kindred spirits, which means that neither of us are going to get pissed off at each other for pausing during multiplayer. Have a great one, Blog and T. Sorry, I know I wasn't giving you the attention that you normally that you're used to from last night. So I'll do better as I get used to this newfound celebrity. I will do better at keeping track of my channel. Fleet size doesn't matter. Well, you know. That's what my milady says. Alright, there are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on this inhospitable rock. I can leave it here for now. Nonsense. Change scientist. Nonsense. Or we can research. Yeah, 15% failure risk. What's the worst that could happen? Hello again, the Green Pact.
Our new research station is online, and its science staff have begun their work. What secrets will they uncover? What forbidden mysteries of creation?
Clearly, nobody will come and claim this for their own, right? Alright, so let's get our construction ship working on one of these other missions. New fracking techniques will allow us to tap into previously unattainable pockets of the geothermal resources deep beneath the planet's crust. So we will do some new research. We are going to pause while we go through this. And we can do field modulation, which will allow us a better power plant, which I believe that gives us adjacency bonuses. Not crazy about the energy storage capacity. Definitely the power plants are attractive. Global energy management, again, increases our storage capacity, gives us a power hub. Okay, let me just take a look at what we've got on our planet before I go too crazy. So we've done the Steam edition was good because you only need that now instead of the $200, or was for... Which one are you thinking of? Sorry, I missed what game this is. Can't wait for mods for this game. Yeah, I was going to say, if anything, any game that's had mods, I'm always blown away by what people accomplish. Okay, so this is planetary administration, so it's nothing to do with power. Do I have any power plants? Yes, I do. Power plant level 1. Okay. So, power hub, power plant. I'm slightly confused as to the difference. But I'm going to go for field modulation just because it's a little... Well, I mean, there was weapons in that other one, but I just clicked it already, so much for that. Outliner is still click and drag? Okay. Only one type of mod, someone to create and mod a mushroom species and replace their images with pictures of Toad from Super Mario. Oh, nice. Love a Stargate. Oh my God, Green Pack. That's a really good idea. I actually worked, fun little bit of biography. I actually worked on Stargate for a little while. Not the original series. I worked on like one of the follow-ups. Okay, this looks like it's all military, so we can build a defense platform, which is actually kind of tempting, because it's not like we're going to be able to beat these guys in a fair fight. Or we can build mineral silos and processing plants. And they increase the overall mineral output. I mean, this is tempting because it really seems like we're churning through minerals the most. Or do we want a defense platform? Power Hub gives a planet-wide bonus, whereas a power plant gives more but a flat amount. Okay, cool. Thank you for that, Tom. And Pumpkin Lewis says he'd love to play the game right now, and you would be happy. I think I'm definitely benefiting from the marketing of Stellaris. Power Hub is when it's built. Great, thank you for that tag, JC. You love a mod to add the else. I'd love a mod that brings us back to the Middle Ages. It lets us play a very deeply simulated. Bosmer everywhere. I was gonna say, yeah, it gives us a Middle Ages simulator. You know, a well represented, well drawn image of Europe in, let's say, the year 760 or so. Different religions, different creeds. All right, we'll build an Where the hell was I supposed to build that observation post, though? The EU4 Stellaris save converter. Oh my god. Okay, there's got to be something that tells me how I can do this. Normally they're good at like pointing you to where you need to go. Okay, we can build an observation post on the homeworld of a primitive civilization. These space stations provide a number of different missions, although our willingness to interfere with developing cultures will determine which ones are available. Observation posts are built in the same way as mining or research stations, but they can only be constructed. Okay, you know what I can do? I can probably just click on the construction ship and observation post, and it'll probably... Seriously? No, that can't be the spot. Yeah, so for the for the primitives, I just don't know, like, is it? No, that's not it. Yeah, it's just it's actually finding where the primitives were. All right. There has to be like some indicator. Is it really? Yeah, I don't know what's here though. So there's. Go button on the. Looks like there isn't. Okay, well, you know what? I haven't searched that many plants, so let's just see what happens when I... Okay, so it doesn't seem like there's any options here. We'll go out, we'll go one to the right. Doesn't look like it gives me options here, so again, we go out. Ah, here we go. Oh, so yeah, it's really obvious. It's just not. Oh, but I don't have the money. Wait a minute, I do have the money for it. Oh, it's because the planet's not within my borders. Gotcha. Okay, so we need to expand out there first. Check my races menu. Looks like they are... Oh yeah, they are included here. But as it is, I can't observe them because they are not within my borders, it looks like. But yeah, thank you for that, Nugreat. That's absolutely right. Will I watch you stream? Yeah, Blog and Tea. I'm always looking for good new streamers to watch. I think I'm going to unpause just so we can make a little progress here. What else do I want to get my ship to do, though? Yeah, Blog and Tea. I'm always looking for new streams, and actually one of the nice things here is that people have been really, really supportive when I got started myself. So I always like try to pass that on in either, you know, giving somebody a view, giving somebody a host or something like that. There's a guy I know who's been a longtime viewer of the stream called TPO Williams, and he's just started, and he actually really likes the Paradox games, and so he's been filling in some of those gaps when I've been moving on into things like LA Noire or things like that. So I also like, actually, maybe it's worth it right now. So I think I'm setting myself up for a disaster because I've never done this before, but because we're paused, because there's a little bit of a moment here, and because you guys have been absolutely outstanding, I just say, if you guys are a streamer in your own right, I know as I have been out and doing this, I've had some help. A huge influence has been Jesse Quill, who's actually hosting us right now. Clara is kind of the leader of a stream team that I'm involved in. But if any of you guys are streamers right now, especially because there's probably a lot of Paradox streamers in here, and I figure that this is the sort of content that you guys are going to want to see. If you stream right now, feel free to just drop in chat a link to yourself, give us a quick description in terms of what you do, maybe the reason why we'd want to watch you. And I'm sure there's a lot of people here who are hungry for some content and would love to see you do it. And, you know, if you're streaming Stellaris, if you're streaming Paradox games, maybe you don't like Paradox games, and maybe you just want to tell us what you're streaming on there. But feel free to do that. The only thing I'll ask is if you can do it once, because I know there's going to be a lot of attention, and I figure if we all do it once, then people can read it, and if people start doing it more than once, then everybody's going to do it. It's going to drown out. Nobody's going to take advantage of it. So please feel free to do it. I know some people are shy about that, but let us know who you are. Let us know what you do. I'm always looking for some new streams, and I know there's a bunch of people in this stream who are looking for better streamers too. Well, Captain Denyon, you can go check out one of the other streams as well. Because it seems like other people are enjoying what I'm doing. People seem to be enjoying my style, and I really don't need you causing a drag on anyone. Great, Tom Thomas, then I'll know to check you out. We've recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on Beskil 3. From what we've translated so far of their language, we've learned that these aliens call themselves the Irisean Concordate. They were an interstellar power that held sway over this region of the galaxy a little over 1 million years ago. They appear to have been six-limbed mammalians, and there are several references to some sort of plague called the Javorian pox, which swept across their entire empire with devastating results, possibly leading to their extinction. Yeah, Captain Denyon, I also don't really care. There's an option to turn that off, and either you want to watch and you want to stay in here and interact with people, or you don't. But I'm done engaging with you on this. You can either be nice and you can stop dragging everyone down, or you can keep talking like this and you can be one of the very few people that I've timed out and or banned on here. So, fair warning, I get it if you don't like my style. I'm not going to change my style just for you, though.
Situation log updated.
Okay. More special projects. We've recovered the artifacts from the Irisean Concordates. They are an interstellar power that held sway over a portion of the galaxy a little over 1 million years ago. The six-limbed mammalian Isarians had unusually weak immune systems and made them... I have a feeling this is just a repetition of what we've done already before. Oh my goodness. Elkanu, thank you very much. Guys, here's a guy who absolutely deserves a special shout out here. Elkanu is a wonderful French streamer. He's an outstanding guy. One of the most interesting streamers that I have, a beautiful sense of comic timing. There's obviously primarily English speakers in here, but if you speak French, if you want to see a good stream, absolutely guy you need to check out. And guys, do feel free if you want, like I said, please feel free to speak up on your... Feel free to speak up on your channel. So far, I haven't seen any links inside here. And if you guys want to promote yourselves, I'm totally okay with that. I only ask that you do that once.
I would never want to belong to any club that would have someone like me for a member.
Derithan, thank you very much for that follow. All right. So if we can find enough relics of the civilization, it may be possible to pinpoint the location of their home system. Doesn't really tell me a whole lot. Yeah, Alcanu. I mean, I might have to go to sleep relatively soon because I do have school tomorrow. But yeah, I'm trying to do the most that I can with this game here. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do about this. There might be some indicators inside of what the... let's see if we can find where this...
I would never want to belong to any club.
It's a chain quest that's quite good. You speak French? Volley voice. Yeah. So sorry. It's definitely if you speak French, you should check out Elkanu. He's one of my favorite streamers on Twitch. Okay, so it's a chain quest. Are there any indicators that it gives in terms of?
I would never want to belong.
Fat Allen 87. Thank you very much for that follow. More clues in other sectors. Okay, great. Thank you. Voulez-vous coucher? I know what that means. Alright, so I can't build observation posts. We're slowly getting the production that we want, and we can't survey the systems that we wanted. Still looking for habitable worlds. Okay, well actually this is the better thing that we can do. We can move our science ship off to explore new lands and or find their end at the hands of hostile alien races. Okay, so decision time. I can continue to sort of wrap around these guys, or I get a nice little nexus point. I think this is probably not the most efficient movement, but I actually like the idea of exploring this system just because it's a little bit of a choke point. Which obviously is not the only... I know that there are races that are able to move through some other ways, but... Well, I guess this is a choke point too. I don't really have any reason to go here over here. I just did it arbitrarily, okay? You'll do a little self-promotion, sell out for yourself since you can't refuse the chance. Excellent, Korean Usher. This is actually what I want. I mean, again, it's not... I sort of get where... I can't remember the guy's name, but I sort of get where he's talking about. You don't want a streamer to seem too pompous. But I do mean it. Like, I've had a really great time on here specifically because of certain people. And, you know, the very least that I can do is, you know, take the opportunity, take a group of people who are interested in these games and, you know, give them a chance to talk about it. So, I mean, for my part, Korean Usher, I'm definitely going to be checking out your channel because you've been incredibly helpful here. And Hayabusa Stream says that you will stream the game in German, and it'll be your first start with an MP game with some friends. So if you're German speaking, come and join your channel. Excellent. I actually really love seeing foreign language channels. I'm terrible with languages myself, but it's actually really cool that Twitch has grown to a point that people can get some good content in their native language. I think that's actually a really important feature for the platform to develop well. All right, so I want to know when I can start building colony ships. Let's take a look at technology. Oh, I've still got 29 months. Gross. No, not a problem, Tierney Michaela. This is a pretty complicated game as it is. So this is a game in the vein of like Europa Universalis and Crusader Kings and all of that. We started off as sort of an industrious bug race. We found out that the tutorial is maybe a little short on content. And right now, I think the priority that I should do right now, at this point, I'm just kind of fumbling around in the game and, you know, and trying to... fumbling around in the game and just trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, there are a lot of helpful people. Oh, actually, sorry, we've got a few people talking in already. Actually, between Spore and Civ is a really good example. I've never played Spore. What else do we have? Hope we see each other. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll admit I'll spend a lot of time on single player just so I can figure this stuff out. But I think it's something. This might be the first time I wind up doing a lot of. Maybe the first time I wind up doing a lot of activity. Going to be streaming it when it releases on Steam. Iron Mode all day. Yeah, we're doing Iron Mode as well here, JPizzle44. Although, I mean, let's face it. Right now, I'm just standing at a screen, hoping that I don't suddenly get destroyed by rival civs. And I keep losing my home planet. I wonder if there's like a home key that keeps bringing me back, or that lets me go back to my main planet. Oh, we've got another scientist who's leveled up. Now, I don't think... I think all of these things are like automatic, right?
System survey complete.
Oh, got an idle ship. So I'll do what I probably should have done before, which is just head up here. I guess the good news is that we don't have any more hostile neighbors. It's a little weird, though, to see... It's weird to see that this is part of this civ, though, because, like, my blob is sort of moving in on theirs. Yeah, Tierney Michaela, then you definitely should check out games like Stellaris and Crusader Kings 2 and things like that. It's definitely sort of in that vein. It's very complicated, but hey, enter your message. Good to see you. You can set hotkeys with the numbers. Thank you, Tom Thomas the Tominator. Flemish. Oh, that's neat, Bloggin' T. I didn't know that about you before. Okay, guys, here's an interesting question for you. I am sort of at this... So the game gave me a tutorial. I sort of have some missions that I should work on. But I sort of feel like I've lost the momentum as far as moving forward in the game. And I think, so there's a side of me that says, okay, well, I can worry about sort of building up my industry here. Obviously, we're still working on these. There's another side of me that says maybe I should be, just wait for that colony ship and I can start inhabiting new worlds or something like that. But I'm a little curious what you guys, I'm kind of curious what you guys are thinking as far as,
Anomaly found.
What your next step would be. Like when you get into a game like this, when it's, when it's lost some, when you've lost your momentum, what do you do to try and push some stuff forward? You tend to save scum, don't do it. Yeah, the biggest one for me is that in the end, like, so what if my civilization dies? It's just a chance to try something new. Best on this game is that you start on the same level of tech as others, no superior nation. Actually, on this one, it does seem that there are, it does seem like my neighbors are actually pretty advanced. That's really funny, Orange Gray. I have done that before, but I feel really bad when I do it. Survey systems inside my own borders so that I can build mining stations there and maybe even research systems. Yeah, I was going to say, Kareem, this is what I was looking for. That's exactly what I need. Let me just take a look here. I have been exploring the stars around me. So my science ships have been going. My construction ship's been pretty idle. Go gather minerals. Okay. Get my income up. Usually start with the most straightforward, simple goal. Yeah. So Dupalis, I think we're pretty much tapped out for our goals at the moment. And live on stream. Okay, excellent, Bloggin' Key. Bloggin' T. I'm obviously not able to check it out myself, but I'm sure there's got a couple of people who are maybe don't like my style who might want to check out what you're doing instead. So it's nice to set up a little narrative about the species that isn't always 100% interesting. Thank you very much for that, Kareem97. You require additional minerals. All right, so we've got 22% chance of failure and signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization. Well, of course we're going to research this. We're probably going to die doing it, but I can live with that. All right, I like this idea of building more... Oops. I like this idea of building more mining stations. And while we're at it, let's... Let's bankrupt my empire. Call energy credits ducats. Oh, that's neat. This is a really, again, I know I keep repeating this, but this is a very nice soundtrack. All right, you know what? While we're waiting for this stuff to complete, let's just take a look and see what other information we can get in here. So, food surplus. So, 3.10% a month. It's kind of curious. I suppose there's a side. I'm not quite sure how I would... Oh, hang on. Orbital wreckage that once belonged to a sizable Irsaean research station has been found above Jolderun IV. Exactly what Irsaeans were researching here remains unclear, but their instruments appear to have been aimed towards the gas giant itself. Interesting.
Updated.
Okay, orbital debris from the ancient Irsaeans research station has been found above Jolderun IV. The Irsaeans appear to have been studying the gas giant for some reason. I need a scientist president with skill 5 or higher, and I have to have a science ship in orbit. So I don't think we're skilled enough for that yet. I've never actually played a Final Fantasy... sorry, that's not true. I played Final Fantasy V for a DS. Really looking forward to the release of this game. Pre-ordered it last month. Gotta love those Paradox games, all of them. Yeah, Kareem, I mean, it's taken me a little bit. I'm not very good at Victoria 2, but it's easily the subject that interests me the most. And it's definitely it's one that I want to get a little bit better at. And Hearts of Iron 3 I own, but I haven't really played. So I still have a little bit of growth on my Paradox titles yet, but I really enjoy Crusader Kings 2, and I really like Europa Universalis 4, especially because it's about a period of history that I'm really interested in. So, yellow ducats, red ducats, and purple ducats in this game. All right, I probably shouldn't clear out any more waste right now because, well, I don't know. I'm kind of interested in seeing the pay. Okay, yeah, what is it going to cost me to clear stuff off? 52, I've got 88. I think we'll have enough to build another
System
station.
survey complete.
Oh, we're already clearing that. Okay, so let's survey further. So this is one thing that I really like. So comparing it to, let's say, okay, we're done construction here, so let's continue to develop our system.
Situation log updated.
Oh, encounter in Nithskal. We've encountered some form of alien vessels of the Nithskal system. These strange objects have been flagged as the Epsilon aliens, and we can learn more about them. We should proceed with caution. Now, I know...
Hostile fleet.
Jesus Christ, okay. It's encountered in a hostile alien fleet and is attempting to invade them, so we should probably... Alright. So stay the hell away from... Stay the hell away from that part of the galaxy. Alright, let me just double check what we've got here. Really got to go to sleep. Again, do a live review on Stellaris in 5 hours. It's fun. Yeah, Korean Usher, thank you so much. You're here pretty much at the start. It was really, really fun having you in chat here. I definitely want to check out your stream. And as you said, I don't know if you've messaged me already, but I'll definitely check my inbox, and we'll try and get some kind of multiplayer going together later on. System, have you destroyed alien capitalism? No, I am an alien capitalist. I'm just not very good at... Okay, well, that's going to sort itself out, I hope. Spilled more minerals. Oh, I miscalculated. Can I at least move you close? Yeah. All right, so you gotta wait a little while for these.
Hostile fleet.
Don't meet the humans in the galaxy. The bug spray would wipe me out. Yeah. I definitely thought this was going to be built a lot slower than it actually did, so. Okay, so what are we contending with here? Oh wait, no, they're still, yeah, they're on their way doing their thing, so. Okay, very into this game, you always ended up playing Germany instead, and you needed to expand your war horizons. Hey, Hansa. Sorry, Hansa Chech? I wonder if there's going to be a place to suggest mods for this game. You mean like on the forums or something like that? I'm sure there must be. All right, let's go back to investigating less hostile parts of the galaxy. So one of the things that I like about this game, I think one of the difficulties that I have in trying to get my friends into something like Crusader Kings is that people have a little difficulty with the, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. I'm kind of waiting for events to happen. And it's really neat. In this game, they've solved that through like the science ships and like exploring this big galaxy. And as I'm seeing a lot inside of chat here, this idea of, you know, information is key. So that's a trait I really like in this. Okay, we've got more scientists leveling up. What are we looking at for our, oh, not contacts. God, I keep forgetting. Yeah, we're nowhere close to a skill 5 scientist. Maybe we can recruit one? Nope. But yeah, so it's kind of neat that there's some stuff that you can do while you're sort of waiting for, I don't know, while you're waiting for things to happen. I'm a little tempted to do this research, but I think I'm going to hold off just so I can get the, so I can get colonizing, basically. But yeah, so obviously I took a moment where I had to ask chat, what do you do in this situation where you're a little lost about what you're supposed to do? What the hell are they doing here? Are they still searching? But it's, I don't know. I feel a little bit more active in this game, which I think is a really nice trait. I think I'm gonna focus on minerals first. I think I can afford a little bit more energy, and then we'll build an energy extractor here. Actually, it's not rude at all. I would love to know how it's pronounced. Oh, it's your name and nationality. So Hansa Czech. Gotcha. Thanks. And again. I don't need to apologize to the alien races in this game, but I definitely need to apologize to the human beings in chat. I am a moron, and I am decidedly unsophisticated in my pronunciation. So it is certainly nothing personal when I get people's names wrong. All right, what are we looking at for construction? 90. So. Hello, Volpanium. Welcome to the stream.
I would never want to belong to any club.
Oh my goodness, that was so quick. Thank you very much for following. It's unreal, the kind of support that we've been having tonight. I know, I keep saying it, but it's, oh, the kid. Oh my god, everything's happening. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in the Dirium system. These strange objects have been flagged as Zeta aliens. Until we can learn more about them, proceed with caution. And the Theory League has declared Huviuzan allied worlds as their rival, which will significantly worsen their diplomatic relations. Well, good news for me, I guess. And, all right. So, Gonna build another mining station. It's gonna use up all my power, but we have a nice advantage of building one here. Really like looking at the stars. Yeah, it's a gorgeous looking game. Through our surveys of habitable worlds, our biologists have collected a vast amount of data on alien life forms. Many of our older theories of the development of life have been disproved, and our scientific community has had to build new models from scratch. Our most interesting findings are being displayed in the newly dedicated Museum of Exobiology on Athrak. The public is enthralled, and many donations have come in to aid the continued search for strange life forms. It ends the habitable world survey event chain. Society research has gained 150, I'll call it globes. And energy credits gained 100. Nice, so we got a big stockpile there. I mean, I just shorten Czechoslovakia, so I say Czech, but I'm sure a resident will be better at explaining that to you, Michaela. All right, 2 more months and then we can start colonizing, it looks like. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing the momentum effect. Sorry, Jill Milent. Oh. What's going on? Okay, well, it says hostile fleet, but I don't think I'm actually being invaded. Yeah, we're good. It's not like XCOM.
Anomaly found.
Oh, 30% risk of failure. Of course we're going to do this. We are picking up what may be a faint transmission coming from somewhere deep inside the atmospheres of this gas giant. Could be someone or something trying to communicate. What's the worst that can happen, right? So it's Jimmy. Okay, welcome. Anyways, and again, I apologize. Apologize for the lack of attention. Again, I'm still trying to adapt to the attention.
The technology we just finished.
Jim, nice to see Stellaris. You're still waiting on it to release. Yeah, I was gonna say, Jim.
New research assignments.
Oh, great. I got very lucky getting a copy of this game when I did. I was originally not going to. The Z is silent. Oh, Karim, thank you very much for stopping by. Sorry, I missed your message. You may be gone already, but again, it's absolute blast having you in here. Thank you again for your recommendation on minerals. It's kind of kept me going. But yeah, Jim, so I kind of got lucky. I got a copy of this, and I was originally going to sleep and actually get a decent start to school tomorrow. I am going to have to wrap up relatively soon because I need to be up at 8, and it's 2 o'clock. No, I actually have to leave the house at 8, so I have to probably be up at 7. And it is the first day of school, so I sort of want to be on top of things. But I do want to try and give you as much gameplay as I can, so we'll try and take this through to the end. Sadly, we won't have any combat. Dark Forces MC, thank you very much for that follow, and I missed the one that was earlier than that, so sorry about that. Alright, so we've got a biolab which will generate society research. We can gain survey data, but it's a really big... Oh, but you know what, that border range is going to unlock that... Yeah, we're going for this. This is going to take a long time, and I think we're just going to sack that research to start off with to do some of this research. But we'll try and assert our place in the galaxy. All right, let's actually just take a look at diplomacy right now as well. So, yeah, everybody hates me, but they hate me decidedly less. More to this game than mindless combat. Yeah, absolutely. And I didn't go for like the full pacifist group, but I definitely wanted to roll back on combat just because it's, like I said, it's fewer degrees of freedom for me to screw up. All right, so let's get our... Ooh, so we don't have any energy. I definitely miscalculated, so I'm going to have to be building some energy on my home planet, which is not bad. Looks like
System survey complete.
This is our best bet,
Hostile
and
fleet detected.
The ICS Lear Pack has picked up some curious readings from Traber the First, or Traber 1. There are significant pockets of radiation in the gas giant's atmosphere that appear to be the result of intense orbital bombardment. What someone could hope to gain by bombing a gas giant from orbit remains a mystery, however. As the ICS Lear Pack was preparing to break orbit, Science Officer Ro Ab discovered a weak signal coming from the planet's interior. It may be a transmission of some kind, but the gas giant's background radiation makes it difficult to isolate. Of course we investigate the signal. Alright, so...
Situation log updated.
Wait.
Evading hostile fleet.
Oh, more hostilities. Wouldn't expect anything less. Oh Jesus, they're in my borders. This will get interesting. We've got a time project, so what do we need to do here? We need to research. Skill 3, scientist or higher. Okay, well I definitely have one of those. So let's search for Trapper. Now he's a skill 2, unfortunately. Damn it. So my most skilled guy... This is a tough call. How much time do we have on this thing? 355 days. Okay, well... Let's at least get it... Let's get it in range. So I'm bad at this. I think we'll just switch out the scientist right away. This is probably a really bad strategy, but I kind of want to see whether or not it pays off. Okay, let's just ignore a lot of this. Okay. Okay, so we can get a physics lab. I think we need to put money into our ships. And we're evading a hostile fleet, so there's not much that we can do about that. Okay. Oh, and the last thing I want to do is head to Athrak and decide what I'm building there. So I think our smartest bet right now is just to focus on building a power plant. And we can probably spend some of our resources to clear, so we're focused on making the most of our resources. There's a side of me that thinks, okay, so I can move this guy over here because we need energy, and then I think next I start building these, I start building out some growth areas. Let's see what these jackasses are up to. Okay, false alarm apparently. Maybe everybody's just really... yeah, I was gonna say, maybe everybody's just really sleepy. Tierney really wants to see some war. I don't particularly. Where's my construction ship going? Oh, back home. Is there really nothing else that I can improve? I mean, there's these energy spots, but I don't have any orbital means of generating peace until provoked, then when provoked, destroy their worlds and stars. Well, Tierney, I will say, like, if you put me in a civilization game, I'm probably going to behave differently. But in these Paradox games, like EU4 is one that's really good at punishing you for overextending and for being too aggressive. Like, you have coalitions that form against you. So, and the fact of the matter is like in this game, if we go to the contacts menu, we can see here that they are superior. So their fleet power is superior, their naval capacity is equivalent, and technology level is superior. Same deal with my other neighbor here, and my other neighbor like hates me. So in this situation, I sort of exist at their... I exist at their pleasure, basically. If they wanted to crush me, then they would, you know, then it would be over. Okay, we're finishing special projects. Seems like the job here is to do that special event. Again, this is potentially a disaster because I could lose the guy if chat's to be believed. But nothing ventured, nothing gained. And I see they've already assigned the guy to research, so we're good. My mining stations mine energy credit. Oh, okay. Oh, hang on. The reports of strange free-floating crystal-like objects observed in certain systems have been investigated. The ship-size objects and their slightly smaller but equally crystal-like satellites first appeared inert, but sudden shifts in their orientation relative to our ships and new energy signatures emerging from within the prisms indicate that they should be regarded as hazardous and approached with caution. We can either attempt to engage with the potentially dangerous objects directly or establish remote surveillance and observe them from a safe distance. Sure.
Situation log updated.
Phantom Lancer, the game will be out in, I think, what is it, 9 hours or so? After successfully translating their language, we have established communications with the Menchi Republic. Diplomatic channels are now open and all hostilities have been terminated. Alright, well, let's see if they hate us. Attention, alien creatures. Unfortunately, I was chosen by Director Malgard to represent the Menchi Republic in all diplomatic dealings with your primitive civilization. We intend to unlock technologies your feeble minds cannot comprehend. Do not interfere. Let's just say we all have much to gain. Coid, thank you very much for that host. I should just warn you, I'm actually going to be wrapping up in about 10 minutes. I know, guys, I didn't get a ton of experience in the game done, but we'll do a little wrap up and we'll at least I'll see if I can find a Stellaris stream. Actually, if somebody knows a Stellaris streamer, maybe we can take them as a recommendation. So we'll say we all have much to gain from this encounter.
I would never want to belong to any
Phantom Lancer, thank you very much for that follow. Well, a few people can play it now. You want to play too. For Phantom Lancer, there were some preview copies given out. So in this situation, I was very lucky to obtain one of those. And then I was also very lucky to have a lot of very friendly people stop by the chat tonight, and they definitely helped me out in getting acclimated to the game. I'll definitely say I feel it's a little bit more straightforward to get into than some of the other Paradox games. So they really seem to be learning how to streamline it, and I love the fact that in this game there's a ton of stuff that you have to do right out of the gate. So that's definitely a really nice feature that they have on it. If you have to see any vids of the game where a player loses, not sure if low difficulty games or just players' approaches so far. Well, No Quarter FP, I'm playing on normal difficulty right now, and I think, I mean, there's nobody who's invaded me yet, and it could just be that the AI doesn't see any advantage in wiping me out. That could also be an intentional decision that they made, that, you know, it's not a lot of fun to, like, start between two superior civilizations that then just beat the crap out of you. I mean, everything I've run into is superior. And in this case, they're xenophobic. Well, you know what? Let's just go for an embassy. Got an idle science ship, so let's keep exploring the galaxy. Oop, apparently I can't survey. Requires a scientist. Oh, okay, hang on. Oh, he's a guy that we ditched in favor of the smarter one. Kill all the mushrooms. Yeah, this is bet I can make some killer soup. Don't tell the mushroom people that. Alright, so... Where were we? We were saying that apparently the mining fields collect energy. Oh, what do you know? Okay, cool. So this gives me 2. Let's go for that. I wonder if you can, like, shift queue stuff. Probably not.
Special project complete.
Smoke all the mushrooms. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Bloggin'T. The entities encountered by our fleet some time ago are spaceborne forms of life. Quickly named the space amoeba, following the analyst's gross misreading of the initial sensor output, the creature is in fact larger than the average Ixidi corvette. Further study is warranted. We may choose to either remotely monitor the creature and its kin from Ixathrak, or attempt to swiftly bring down a specimen to study and eventually commercially exploit its remains. Oh man, I mean, come on, we're the space capitalists. Of course we make our fleet, or expect our fleets to make short work of the creature. ACPO Williams, we're actually going to be wrapping up pretty soon, so I'll have to explain it to you later. But you can shift queue. Oh, great, thank you, Niskrin. So let's just see if I can... So I shift... Oh wait, but I didn't have anything to do, so... you should probably just use a system-wide command to build mining stations for ease of use. No need to command them individually. So when you say system-wide command, like is that if I go here... Sorry, Niskrin, I'm not... Oh, repeated scans of Bajal II's surface give inconsistent sensor readings, almost as if the planet itself was in a constant state of upheaval. Well, as always, I mean, he's only 3 skill, right? It's not like we're going to lose anything. Research. So yeah, Niskrin, sorry, I don't quite follow what you mean by the system menu in terms of building. Yeah, Derek, I wish I had a code to give away.
Construction complete.
All right. What just got built? Oh, it's the surface constructions. All right. I guess I need to wait. No, you know what? This is actually... No, because that's going to hurt my growth. It's kind of Sophie's choice here. I'm not efficiently using my resources at this moment. I really need to decide whether or not I want to put it into food or minerals. Again, we don't have the energy for any of it, so we'll hold off. I have a good voice. What's my accent? No, it is actually Canadian, Logi Boy. And thank you, that's very flattering. Zoom out to Galaxy View, and then you can right-click the star. Okay, thanks. Build power plants to improve industry. Build war machines, need bigger income. Yeah. Whoa. Oh god. Okay. Very geological structure of Bajal II is indeed in flux, driven by what science officer Su Pei assures us is tectonic process is fascinating as it is esoteric. What is of more interest is to the Ixidar star collective is that we may be able to strategically halt the planet's ceaseless chaotic self-transformation. In short, a near-instant stabilization of the planet into something slightly, if not entirely, more habitable is theoretically possible. Su Pei estimates that an additional 200 energy credits will be needed to power a thorough mapping of the planetary activity and determine the validity of what the science officer has termed a surgical terraforming strike. Actual terraforming lies beyond our grasp at present, so this is an exciting opportunity. So we have no credits to spend on this vague hypothesis. Alright, spacebar and pause button on the keyboard should also pause the game. It's got the usual pair. Yeah, I think there was, because the menu was up, it wasn't responsive, but normally that is the case. And you know what? I'm pretty much out of time. So we're going to finish this event. We're going to finish this. I'll set up what I'm going to do in the next playthrough, because I'm actually feeling kind of okay about this. There's no reviews under this embargo, but what I am going to do is I'll talk a little bit in terms of what I got out of this opening experience. That'll also give me a little bit of time to find somebody to host tonight. So if any of you happen to have a streamer that you know, I would prefer somebody playing a Paradox game, ideally Stellaris, but if anybody can give me some recommendations, obviously I sort of have first right of refusal on those, but feel free to whisper them to me and we'll see if we can get in touch with somebody for this. All right, finally, well met, Spacefarer. We are the Deathknack, and the planet you are orbiting is Tolok Rong, our ancestral home. It is always riveting to meet a solid, even if our last encounter with your kind was somewhat problematic. You have no doubt detected the radiation surges coming from our atmosphere. Tolok Rong is dying, and our species will perish unless we find a new home. We have identified a planet that would suit our physiology, but we have no means to get there. Sadly, our non-corporeal nature means we don't have much in the way of industry or technology. Will you help us? If you have no technology, how are we speaking? What happened to your planet? You want us to transport your entire species to another planet? We will help you relocate. Or, so let's try the... I hope it doesn't cancel the option, but I sadly cannot, Derek. I do not have a free copy of this game to give. And Logiboy says the funniest shop you ever saw in Toronto was a shop in the airport called Roots. You were crying. You must be Australian. I am actually half Australian, so I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, Roots does not mean what you think it means in Canada. Paradox published Knights of Pen and Paper, but this is specifically a game by the Paradox Development Studio, who is known for their grand strategy games. All right, there we go. But you are not the first solid to pay us a visit. Another spacefarer graciously donated a small subspace transmitter and a scanner array to us 2.9 million solar cycles ago. They had been designed to be compatible with our physiology. One of the more positive encounters we've had with your kind. What happened to your planet? Well, the last time Solids visited us a few thousand cycles ago, things didn't go very well. They wanted us to embrace their religion. We refused, and this triggered some kind of genocidal reaction. Completely unwarranted. Before we knew what was happening, they maneuvered their fleet into orbit and unleashed a massive bombardment. You want us to transport your entire species to another planet? Yes, and hopefully soon. Don't worry, there aren't too many of us. Most Deathknack died when our planet was bombarded, and those who survived retreated deeper into the atmosphere. Communication with the surface is difficult here, and the radiation is spreading. We don't have much time. And we will help them relocate. Excellent. I knew we could count on you. The coordinates of our new home have been forwarded. You must promise not to let your own colonists claim this alluring world before we get there, no matter how strong the temptation. And on that note, we're going to save the game, and we're going... Oh, okay. I don't need to save it because the game will do that for me. So, let me do a quick... Guilty as charged. Yeah, so I was going to say, for those of you who didn't...
I would never want to belong to any club.
LogicBoy123, thank you very much for that follow. For those of you maybe not familiar with the slang, apparently root in Australia, and I believe basically means sex. So in Canada, there's a chain known as Roots, which causes no end of amusement amongst Australians. I may have missed the exact meaning, but just let me take a quick second here. I'm going to see who's online. Now again, I can't really give a review of this game, but let me talk a little bit about my experience of this, something I would say you guys are going to be able to play this in a few hours. Australians don't have sex, they may... Nicely done. Okay, cool. And thank you, CPO Williams. I see... Ban Green Pact for that. Oh, come on. I'm a big fan of the dad humor. You guys may have already noticed this on your own. One thing I love about this game, compared to the other Paradox titles, is the fact there's always something to do. So I would say you've got science ships for a reason. The tutorial is going to tell you to build some science ships. Use them, explore. I don't know about the idea of a huge map to start. I mean, there's so much that I haven't seen yet. Now it looks like we're sort of starting to get boxed in by these empires or something like that, but if you're looking for stuff to do, definitely you can feel free to start up with a large galaxy. I'm not entirely sure going without is going to cause that much. One thing I will say, being boxed in by these superior races is a little bit of a pain, so maybe for an easier start, you might want to consider disabling those. On the other hand, maybe you like a challenge, at which point, obviously you don't need me to tell you to move on to that. Like I said, lots of stuff to do. The only other thing that I can say is be resource hungry. There's so many things to develop. I think I wasted a lot of time by not getting that ball rolling in terms of like being able to build things, get more minerals. I think chat's recommendation to build a lot of minerals is a really good one. So focus on building as many minerals as you can, and when you run out of power, work on that. I did see, by the way, guys, I did see your comments on energy, so I appreciate that. I just didn't get around to it on time. But I think, I don't know, I'm really looking forward to doing this. So the next few turns, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working on this special mission that we've got. The other thing that I neglected was we researched colony ships. So we don't have the resources for it right now, but obviously we're going to be wanting to expand out into the galaxy because we have a few habitable planets. We've got one next door here. Oh, hang on. So I actually need to work out what these percentages are. But we've basically got a big chain of habitable planets along this way here. And yeah, we do have some hostilities, so we probably wouldn't want to go any further inside here, but we definitely have some options available to us for expansion. So lots of stuff to do for the next stream. I can't guarantee if I'll be streaming tomorrow or not. I sort of need to see how school's going, and I've got a research project that I need to start pretty soon. So, but yeah, this was an absolutely amazing experience streaming for you. I do actually have another Stellaris streamer that I'm going to host. So if you guys want to hang out for a little bit, I am definitely looking forward to getting you guys in touch with somebody who might be a little bit more experienced with the game and give you what you want. But when am I going to play Life is Strange? I'm not sure, Bloggantee, but I'll definitely tweet it out when I'm ready to do the next episode. It'll be soon. I'm probably going to balance between this and Life is Strange. All right. Good luck in school. Thank you very much, guys. Everything else. And build power plants. Definitely plan on doing that. And sure, and the Green Pact, we are actually going to be hosting another Stellaris stream. So if you want to hang out and come along with the raid, we can. I need at least 200 gold. So... And they drain money while being set. Okay, cool. Thank you for that, Ludgy Boy. All right, guys. I won't draw this out. I know people get pissed off when I ramble a little bit too much. But again, let me just say, I've never had attention like this. It's rare that I get transcodes, except when a partnered streamer is. It means a lot to me. I know this is very common for a lot of other people. To me, this was the first time something like this has happened. I'm also not accustomed to having such a nice chat. I don't have mods in here, and I didn't need anybody to like be timed out or banned or something like that. That is outstanding. You guys are fantastic. I love the fact that I got so much support. I don't even remember how many follows I started with tonight, but I really hope to see you guys again. I'm looking forward to streaming it again. We're going to be hosting a streamer called Raffle Lobster. He's got 49 people watching Stellaris. Now, I haven't seen him myself, but he has been recommended from CPO Williams, who's a really big friend of the stream. So we do actually have a raid message here. If you want to come in and do the raid message, that's fine. I definitely encourage you guys to hang out and check out this other streamer. If CPO Williams likes him, I trust him to give me a good recommendation. And so I think it's somebody who I can suggest to you for checking out a Stellaris streamer. So I'll just put a raid message inside here. Thanks a lot for that, El Canoe. What do we have? RFL LOBSDER. Thanks a lot for that, Tierney Michaela. Good luck with the spider there, Bloggantee. And I'll see you guys over inside Raffle Lobster's channel for a little bit. Thank you again, and have a great night.